everyone for some more Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, and we are going to be starting day 1 of the trial in the case against Waki Kataki, who is the son of the 4th head of the Hataki family, who are a gangster family in town, and we're going to be struggling to even try to come up with a case here, as he really didn't want to talk to us. He was rather uncooperative in the detention cell, and we really don't know a whole lot about this case in general, but we do have to try to defend him somehow, or else his dad is going to end up rubbing us out. But before we do that, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and start day 1 of the trial. June 16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Oh, do some now. I want to see you. Here. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Ah, good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with a guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Wonky, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep real till they spend some hard time in a pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fear is realized. The trial is starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. June 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kataki. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Air Judge. Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Air Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes at one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is there in the courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Air Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Akjung, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get it on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Paul Maractus, director of Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was Doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, but I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you had to glare at anyone, Air Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. This crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Nine! Not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Air Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic? Objection! Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh? But what did the defendant specifically request to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? Oh, great. What is right? They always say that on stage. You should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like got you good, huh, Polly? Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant. Walkie, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kataki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him, Walkie sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Witness testimony. Walkie Kataki's truth. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about a half year ago. He messed up my arm for something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real in the street, true that. I tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Very well. Defense might begin a cross-examination. Oh, God. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. Cross-examination. Walkie Kataki's truth. Okay, one thing was cracker, had shown what's what. About a half year ago. I'm gonna go ahead and press him on this. So you were a patient at the practice clinic half a year ago? For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with Rivala's family, I should say. That's where I pulled a jack move. I ran into an ambush. G busted the cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time, by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the practice clinic from there? Apparently he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart and he's still alive? I could catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. And he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure that's what that means, but it sounds bad. Sounds as though Air Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a better G than me. So I gotta go in and get another doctor to patch me in. So, this bullet is still... You know it. I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. Weren't no accident, that's for shizzle. Oh, God. Seems like there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting them down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did his mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All our C's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better die young than fade away, but Zoe. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carried so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, sir, Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whacked. There is proof. Your checkup report. Walkie's checkup report added to the court record. Results from a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near her. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. So started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Rocky sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Who the heck is this? My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to some lady. I'm not reading on that. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of the truth, owning my... Air Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You asked quite simplistically what I saw. Oh my god. This is like listening to Old Bag again. With this testimony. A night in the park. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing them. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Wait a minute. Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Weapon left at the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. And before we do that, I like to save right before every cross-examination just in case I screw up somewhere. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness? That man! I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Okay, a night in the park. Night I passed through the park and then when he saw them, my man pulling a nightstand, saw them quite clearly. And it says the bullet hit the man square in the forehead. This is what I take issue with. And with this, I am going to go ahead and present Miraculous's autopsy report. Objection! Whew. If that's all of it, I think I have a chance. Is that you? Relaxing, I see, Air Justice? Huh? Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Wait, a problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry room. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? Ah, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. Oh, God. Mr. Justice. Yes? What's your objection to these, krypton particle things? This is the biggest time, and... This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No. I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, There's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry room was the right temple. The temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? Sure is. It is, right? Finally.
Objection!
Air Justice. Oh, Air Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated. Try to shake the witness by objecting to trifles? Surely you haven't forgotten that the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to his testimony. Yuck. Air forehead. For forehead? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Air Forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fraulein? Or me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!" And you, Air Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? Ack! If the victim turned his head at the last moment, gulp. Ah, yes, thank you for jogging my memory. And with that, I am going to go ahead and stop. This is going to be a bit of a shorter video, but I am going to go ahead and end here. Because there's going to be a lot more important stuff that goes on here in this portion of the case. So I think I am going to go ahead and stop here before we continue. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.